Ireland, what a beautiful place! And this time that is where we are going with this release. I have no skill set to pronounce it. Well, the album name, The Dirge of Endless Mourning. That is not so bad. But what about Scáth and Déithe? I have no idea. I probably would need some Jameson whiskey or then some Irish brewery products to get it going. Anyway, this is the second release by this Irish band, and it's roughly 45 minutes, 44, something like that, with 4 tracks, so obviously quite lengthy ones. And this was advertised to me as a black metal release, or at least that's what Metal Archives said when I was checking out the links and whatever for this release. But to be honest, the first feeling what this album makes is kind of a death metallic. It's kind of a heavy, it's dark, it's kind of a sinister, ominous, if you will. So it's not exactly sounding really black metallic when those riffs come in, when the sound is there to kind of underline the kind of a death metallic feeling, and on top of that, just some growly vocals. Now later on, it kind of shifts when those more like shriek vocals are added, and when the band actually slows its tempo. So when it's faster, those heavier moments kind of give you more death metallic feeling. I would say even kind of a 1990s American death metal with a modern twist. But there are some black metal parts, so this becomes kind of a hybrid. Right. Now, there are also some slow tempo parts, which are more into doom or doom death, which makes this even more a hybrid release than what I was first expecting to hear. Now, the feeling is very much right in the place here. It's very kind of a dark and not maybe evil sounding, but kind of a sinister in nature. And that is quite nice to have, because what the band actually lacks is the so-called killer riffs, killer parts, chorus that sticks in your brain, catchy riffs and whatnot. Now, I guess it's kind of obvious that the band is not exactly aiming at those. So what is left, on the other hand, is this atmosphere. And these kind of albums, especially with lengthier tracks such as this, where the typical track is like 10 minutes long, the problem is that it either lives or dies with these riffs and feelings. And to be honest, basically because there are no really catchy riffs. There are no riffs like, hey, I want to just bang my head to this guitar lead or whatever. It becomes clear that the atmosphere is everything that the band actually has. Now, the production is kind of a solid, but it could be a lot better, because now it's not exactly as heavy as so many good death metal bands has. But then again, it's not really what you're aiming for when you are doing a black metal release. So it's kind of like a hybrid, but instead of being the best of both worlds, it's more like best of decent worlds, to give this kind of a wordplay. So while I like what the basic idea what the band is doing, I think it fails to execute it as much as I'm failing executing my words here, it seems. So it's kind of have it, but then it's just, escaping through your fingers, and you're like, oh, trying to get it so bad. I kind of wanted to like this band a little bit more, and this particular album, but I still think it's work in progress. Decent? Yes. But is it really great? Unfortunately not. But obviously, you need to make up your mind by listening to those samples. Should you like it? This is very, very nice looking album what we have here. So be sure to check out, and maybe this is your cup of tea. Just tune your brain into the doom, death, black hybrid, and then you're ready to go with this Irish bastard release. See you and take care. Bye bye.